Good afternoon, it's Tony Hayes again from Paranormal Investigation UK. Today's date is Sunday the 9th of January 2022, 9 days into January already. Okay, we're now looking at some footage from, if I get it right, the 3rd of March. We've had a period of limited activity. As a quick recap, we seem to have had quite a lot of activity in both rooms all the way through February. It then quieted off. We've got the 3rd of March, we've got the 4th of March, we've got the 8th of March, 13th of March, 13th of March, 22nd of March, quite a jump there, and then went to 27th of March, and now we're on the 3rd of April. Sometimes this occurs with this type of phenomenon. You seem to have a very busy period, practically 10 days on the trot of activity, then it seems to flatline and suddenly it comes back again. So the first one that we've got for April is the 3rd of April. This comes in at 25 past 10 on the 3rd of April. Let's just check what day that is. It's always good to know what, if is it a weekend, that type of thing. It's a Wednesday. Sorry, it's in March there. It's a Saturday night. Saturday night when in principle, it should be empty of all people. So that's the 3rd of the 4th, Saturday night, 25 past 10 at night. Here is, I think there's a set of garages there where they keep the recycle bins. It appears to be lit up. And if I remember correctly with this piece of footage, there's a loud sound that's heard. Now, the camera that's picked this up is, let me just get back to, I can show you which camera it is. It's this one here. This particular camera looks outside into the this is like a lawned area, and there's a wood behind that. The garages are going to be somewhere around there. That camera's facing outwards. The reason for that is just to see if there's anything going on outside the property. We've also got cameras at the front. So this camera's the one that's picked the sound up. The actual microphone itself points towards inside the building. The camera lens is facing out. It's actually fastened onto the wall. So that's the camera we're talking about when it is that we're looking at this. This is this camera 2, as I call it. So let's have a quick listen, and we'll listen through all the way through. Be ready for this, because I've heard this earlier and it's quite loud. Now, what you'll hear is when you hear the initial bang, is it stops for a fraction of a second. Just play that again for you. Then you hear it rumbling and the camera goes back. And if you hear it, it goes silent for a couple of seconds. The reason it's done that is it's so loud that it's overloaded the microphone with the audio signal, and it's gone into the red, and it just freezes for a couple of seconds. You get this with a lot of audio recording software. If it's suddenly hit with excess signal, it doesn't have any form of automatic gain control. It simply just stops for a couple of seconds. So it does sort of flatline for a second before it's back. So that's the reason why it's causing that. So let's have a listen to look at and listen for the rest of it. We don't get an awful lot of captures on this one, not this time of night anyway. And this could be cars lit up because this is all a building. Then there's the wooded area. This is the grassed area. So this would probably be one of the street lights is outside. And this is the previous year when we realised that in the early hours of the morning, something like 1:30, a vehicle stopped here and went into, just let that run, went into that garage area to get the gritter out, so they're going to salt the area. So we realised then that the sounds were being picked up by this camera were in fact caused by the maintenance staff. So that's the 10:25. We've also got one inside the property, which is at 10 to 11, same night, Saturday night, just coming up to 10 to 11. And I think this is just simple, or I think it's some sort of light anomaly, which is that one. That's what's triggered the camera. You can actually see the street lights outside. Call them street lights, even though this is just one massive business complex. It's no private houses outside. Just a few seconds. Okay. So the way that we'll work with this, because this is due in on the 3rd of April, I'm actually going to put this into Movie Maker and slow it down. This is the easiest one, which is that there. I'm pretty confident that that is nothing more than just dust or similar. I don't think it's an insect. So that's that one. Put that in there. Give it a chance just to configure that one. If I do find that this is nothing more than dust, then I'll put that. I won't actually do a report on this. I'll just attach it into the folder which is called negative captures. So this is there. We've seen all the rest of it, so I can get rid of that and slow that down. There it goes. We have had some strange light anomalies in this room. The reason why I'm being a little bit cautious and careful. It does come from this area sort of upwards. You see it there. But a slight change of mind. I'm actually going to record that. I'll actually take two images, one with it there. So call that one. I'll do the same again when it gets a little bit brighter, when it gets to the side of the window. There. And this is really what the reason why I'm going to record it. The report is written in such a way that I like the actual reader to make their own mind up. So I'm actually going to class that as most likely to be dust or similar, but just then attach the pictures to the report, so people reading it can see, yeah, that's more likely what that's going to be. And I'll even save that piece of footage. I'll call it slowed down, and they will go inside the same folder. Okay, which is there, so put them in there. 331. So what we're left now is just this main one, which is this enormous bang. It seems to be something that's falling. Now, what I can say is when this occurred, it was a Saturday night. When the owner went back into the office, he checked, and he was unable to locate a source of that sound. It would have been incredibly loud. Yeah, it's been miscraft back up. That's the one there. That's the one. We watch it through, there's nothing to be seen, so if you're using this type of software, just remember to unlink it, because the software does separate the audio from the visual. Delete it. So you just left with that one. It's relatively loud as well, so let's bring some an analyzer up. That's a secondary bang. So what you're actually going to see with this is, I'm going to leave it on normal real time. I use two different types of settings on when I use the analyzer. One is real time, which just reacts to whatever sound it hits it, and the other one is the average. It'll take an average frequency over a period of time. I tend to do that second just to hold the frequency. So let's see what it actually does as far as reacting. Okay, I'll put the loop on. Okay, now we'll go for the average. And that is without any form of amplification. That's quite loud, you can hear it anyway. I'm now going to look separately at the because it freezes for that period of time, it's frozen. Mainly produced because it's that loud, it must be incredibly close to the microphone source. I'm now going to look at that secondary blip. Okay, I'll probably need to amplify this slightly, turn the volume up. No, not enough there. It just sounds like something's rolling. Okay. And what I'll do, I'll take it back out now. So I'm just going to deal with just the loud clip. Quite a lot of frequency, which is what you'd expect. So let's just take a screenshot of that. I call that loud bang. The frequency spread is quite, not huge, but we're going from around about 60 hertz to around about 1000 hertz, and these are reflections. It's so loud that the sound is reflecting back into. This is not something you normally see with a rap sort of phenomena, where you just have one small peak of frequency with no side frequency. But it's very rare to get a rap that loud. This is something else. The reason why I was suspicious and wanted to try to find a rational explanation for it, which we're unable to do. We don't know, but that doesn't mean to say that when the cleaners come in, because I think they go in at a weekend, the cleaners, they might have seen something and picked it up, because this did in fact happen at quite late at night, wasn't it? Oh, that's the wrong one. Choose that one. 10:25. Also important to remember that only this one single camera picked it up, which is that one. That camera in particular didn't capture, and because it's almost clipping, the reason why it sounds like it stopped for a second or two, is highly suggestive that something is incredibly close to the microphone source, and a sudden blast of signal, which is what it isn't designed to record, freezes it. The sound in particular, it'll still carry on recording the footage, but not the audio, because that stops it. What is it? There hasn't been a rational explanation found. It sounds like it bounces as well, almost as if something had fell off, something from height. And the other unusual aspect with it as well, which is quite important, had it been something visual, such as something's fallen off the table, as long as the camera is looking at it, it should in principle pick it up as an event and record it. So if it's in plain view of the camera 1, that would have recorded it, plus we'd have had camera 2 as well, which would have triggered. It didn't happen. That doesn't mean to say that it wasn't off camera. So with that particular one, we simply haven't got a explanation for it. I don't know. It's another strange one. Is it paranormal? Possible, but the frequency is a little bit strange to suggest that it's not. So we'll just record that together with the images of in the empty room of what I think is a light anomaly, and that'll be the 3rd of April, all written up. Okay, I shall see you on the next movie. See you soon. Bye.